Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Wednesday, October 30th, 11:30 p.m. Mountain Time 2019. The GFS models are in and fall is missing. It's gone missing. What I mean by that is that most of the country is receiving winter-like weather, while a small portion is receiving summer-like weather still. And 2 years ago, we predicted in the winter of 2019 for fall to be missing. You do the math. Another major earthquake strikes the Philippines, and we're asking you to keep calm because you know it's boom time. Record-breaking snow likely for Halloween. How scary is that? Not very scary, but it's still record-breaking. It's pretty easy to break the record at Chicago O'Hare, which is 0.1 inch. And they're looking at between 1 and 3 inches, which will destroy that by a factor of 10 to 30. Are you ready? We're not. Snowfall records fall more in jeopardy as another round of accumulating snow possible this week. It's a tweak. The new record beat the previous record by over 3 times. Now, these are small margins, but big records. We're all about big, and that's tonight's first boom. The boom of bigness. Can you see that little pre-thing? It's horrible. Getty fire sparked by falling tree branch on power lines. Huh? Officials revealed that? No, they didn't. They certainly had plastic surgery, didn't they? The Getty fire in LA, which has destroyed a dozen homes and forced many people, including some celebrities, oh my God, to escape the area, was sparked by a tree branch that fell atop the power lines and ignited nearby brush, officials said Tuesday. Well, if anyone was smart enough to put the pieces together, Judge PG&E paid out stock dividends instead of trimming trees. What the fuck? I can't even make this up. It's like 1 + 2 = 3, PG&E, to shut off power to portions of 29 counties Tuesday. We've tracked this over the last 24 hours. 24 hours ago, 600,000 plus people were without power. But the news is in. Extreme warning issued ahead of brutal Santa Ana winds, strongest ever since 2017. We're missing power outage.us. Get out of here. We're coming there. No Tuesday night power shut off. Improved weather conditions mean electricity will flow to Humboldt. The night they put this out, let me tell you, I watched it. So Humboldt right now has 6,427 people without power. The night they put this out, same amount without power, while 650,000 were without power. So hello, Humboldt. Only 8% of you without power still right now. And the numbers are down to 165,000. Hello. That's good, but it's still crazy because it's on purpose. And that's the only place where the power's out. 164,881. Let's update it in case they shut off more power. I like to give you the most recent data. Boom! 164,881, just like we said. We're going to continue to say it. Snow prompts closures of schools, governments in Colorado, and people are skiing in fall, which they missed. Extreme cold a factor for plow crews. Too cold for some de-icers. We have 7 weeks to winter. Hello? Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Remember, bundt cake is not in our vocabulary any longer. Fear Factory temporarily closes due to extreme cold temperatures. And this is totally freaky. My God, I just got a bunch of mushrooms. Lagoon closed for season due to extreme cold weather. 7 weeks from winter. The continental U.S. just set its coldest ever October temperature, breaking the previous record from 1917. Have you heard? Peter Sinks, Utah, east of Logan, broke the lower 48's cold temperature record for the month of October on Monday, with a staggering reading of minus 35 degrees. In the 7 weeks from winter. The area is known for its cold temperatures. But this record is significant because it's an all-time record, which means global warming is hilarious. U.S. winter wheat acres set to drop to the lowest in 110 years. Thank God it's warming. America's breadbasket looks like it's going gluten-free. Hey, dodged by lower prices and tepid demand, U.S. wheat farmers are poised to plant the fewest acres of winter wheat varieties in 110 years. At the same time, ADM opens the largest U.S. mill ever built, ever conceived prior to the apocalypse around 12,000 years ago, where I'm sure they had a larger one. But you need to read the details. Research yourself. This is the tippity top of the Soylent Green. This is where your food's going to be coming from when they shut down. Well, we'll get to that. Let's check the models. Heavy snow through the Midwest, which is the best. Through your Friday and your Saturday. Here's Friday. Friday is going to be the most of it. Up to a foot of snow in northern Illinois. I know you're Illinois with that. Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska is going to pick it up. Eastern Canada is going to be buried. And the models look significantly dusty for the rest of us. More snow in Texas. And the Sierras are going to pick up a tippy touch in the high L's. So heads up. Let's look at the record-breaking low temperatures over the last 24 hours. Hello! Coldest ever recorded temperatures. Here we'll give you a little visual of the last 24 hours. Over 1,000 record colds. There they are. Some record heat being picked up here in Florida at the same time. But the record colds far outweigh the heat. Far outweigh the heat. Now let's see how cold it is. Holy macaroni. We needed to pack the Casden trolley. You know what we're talking about. Look at this. This is where we're sitting. I hope I'm not sitting there. Oh my God. Did I get a babysitter? I got to hit the holy minus 14 to minus 20 on the northern Colorado-Wyoming line where Wes has to get to. Wes Cameron, our painter. Friend of the channel. Drove all the way from here to come down here to paint our house. We'll show you pictures. It was amazing. He did a great job. I think he got like 12 ounces for the gig. It was amazing. Totally legal. Watch what this cold weather does. Watch what the minus 20 does. Watch this plume. Just feed your doom. And at one point here, I think right here. Oh my God, look at that. All 48 states below freezing on Halloween or November 1st. Hello, watch that all of a sudden shift. Boom! Good night. November 1st, it's chilly. All 48 states below freezing. Nobody sneezing. And then on the 2nd, same thing. Chilly night. Hello, 41 in Tallahassee. Kiss my lassie. And look at the 3rd. Wow. If you've been missing it in the southeast, here's the beast coming to get you. You won't know what chilly is. Oh, look at how cold it is up in Canada in the fall. Holy crap. It never gets like above 10 degrees. Look at this plume of cold coming down through Texas. Central Texas at 29 degrees on November 13th. Do you think that could be a record? Hello! Look at this! Arctic North America, November to remember. 5 weeks from winter, and it is winter. Oh my God. Southern Australia sets a new all-time low temperature record in books dating back to 1913. Now, a surprising mid-spring Antarctic freeze just blasted southern Australia, with some spots registering their lowest back-to-back temps this late in the year in more than a century. And the frost is frosty. That's why we drink Foster's. Washington state residents rattled by Mount St. Helens tremors. Holy bemmers. Do you know what that is? That's like a thing. It's a machine. Excuse me. We're back. We don't have a good webcam, but you could see me, so you could suck it. Washington state residents rattled by Mount St. Helens tremor. Recent earthquakes not a sign of potential for eruption from volcano seismologist says, but Diamond says otherwise. We've been waiting for an uptick to schmick in the play. Mount St. Helens is rumbling once again, but it's not the volcano that worries state seismologists the most. A 3.9 magnitude jolt Wednesday morning, about 11 kilometers northeast of the volcano, which is insano, was the strongest tremor in the seismically area since 81. We're not done. As cosmic rays increase the muons heating the subsurface magma. It's anyone's schmagma where the plagma will disseminate. And it will be destructive. Laharmuch. The 1980 eruption blew the side of the volcano, killing 57 people. Many of which were not sheeple, and they were actually filming it, and they were scientists. So prayers. I'm choked up. Don't panic, experts say. Swarm of 20 mini quakes that hit Washington's Mount Rainier are no cause for concern. Nor are the ones at St. Helens. Stay calm. Stay calm, folks. Preparedness.com. It's coming. It's coming, folks. Holy shit. I think I'm going to vomit. Where were we? Don't panic. Now, space weather news update. You're looking at Discover. And as we predicted days ago that the southern coronal hole would increase plasma density, it has happened. But the wind speed has been dropping off the map until just moments ago where it's picking up and up and up and up and away. And we are in geomagnetic instability. Looking for the storm. Seismic update 6.5. Kistani. My shmani. In Philippines. We are now in a 4-month deficit of 7 mag or greater. Something big is about to happen, and the pre-shocks in the Philippine area is not a good sign. Worldwide volcano news update. Nevados de Chilan, 14,000. Sabancaya blasting to 27, but no significant activity. It's not even worth noting. Earth is facing another ice age. Scientists claim an increase in sea ice could block the release of carbon dioxide from the cooling oceans and cause of global cooling. Now, I want to bring your attention up to the tab if you want to do a dab. And this headline an hour ago said, explosion in sea ice levels could spark an ice age for the first time in 2 million years. Which is hilarious because the last ice age just ended 12,500 years ago. But DailyMail.com is so fucking stupid that they actually published this and then they changed the title until someone got bitch slapped and fired. And was like, didn't you even look for a second at the data? Ew. I hate that channel. Makes me want to vomit. Boom! I'm huge. Oh my God. Am I getting fatter? It's McDonald's. The UN climate scientists think they can halt global warming for $300 billion. Diamond can halt it for just send me $1 million and I will do a 3-hour documentary on how good stupid you are. Bet. That's a bet. That's a guarantee. I guarantee I'll do it. I just put it down. Will you pick it up? Are you picking it up? Rising seas will erase more cities by 2050 than the bullshit in this article. New research shows. No research shows that, you fucking frauds. Hey, Denise Liu and Chris Flavel, suck my fucking jock itch. I mean, are you... Please show me. You can't show me. The New York Times is a fraud. And Denise Liu and Chris Flavel don't even have a career. They barely can pay their bills in their overpriced condos or wherever they live. And the authors of the paper published are complete charlatans and frauds. Sea level has barely been rising at all, and it's been rising at a constant rate, geosynchronous with the CO2 output of the oceans since the mini ice age at about 3 millimeters per year. But it has stalled off in the last 5 years to an almost non-increase. And in areas there's isostatic rebound. And there's nowhere on the globe that anything has been inundated. Ever. Since anyone listening has been a child. All the major cities, the same exact high and sea level marks as back in the 1870s since they started recording tides. It's almost like... Anyway. Enough with that. Al Gore's Nashville estate expends 21 times more energy in a year than a typical home. And now he's reduced that by a factor of maybe 1/3 because it was actually expending 37 times more than the actual home 3 years ago. But we're talking about the Al Gore choo-choo. Yeah, it's called the Money Train Express. The Al Gore Express. Carbon tax, slavery, falsified data. More polar bears than ever since we discovered polar bears in the 60s. Ice free by 2014. You can add more steam. Whatever. Ask the experts. Does rising CO2 benefit plants? Let me see. CO2 is plant food. Plants eat CO2. And then the CO2 gets converted, photosynthesis, and then proteins, and then the plant grows. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm still on the fence. Scientific America. Asthma carbon footprint as big as eating meat. Now this is real science. Yes. If you use an inhaler, you're causing global warming. You fucking pricks. How dare you breathe? How dare you? Marijuana in space. NASA discovers THC on meteorite fragment. Now, the only reason this is news is because almost a decade ago, another meteorite fragment was uncovered in Mexico or some other place. Anyway, I know the sign. I read it. And they discounted the information as like, oh, the guy was like smoking a joint and he found it and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? They found more tetrahydrocannabinol on a meteorite. And so they were like, wait a minute. Hello! There is THC in space on meteorites, for Christ's sake. They're farming it everywhere, man! I can't even make this up. Could it be that some type of conditions exist in space to produce The complex molecule without an organic process, or is space an organic process and it's electric and THC and other shit that our brains are neurally networked to accept are part of the universe, and you're part of everything. You are one. Maybe that is what they just don't get. What's interesting is that THC and cannabinoids in general seem to be ready-made batch of compounds for the human body. And the endocannabinoid system is the biological messaging apparatus that facilitates the body in healing and overall maintenance and well-being. It allows you to live to your maximum potential. Holy shit. The sun has been spotless for a total of 224 days in 2019. And people think that's significant, but it's not. It's not yet. And here's the data. So back in cycle 23, we had 260 spotless days in a year. So 224, hello, is not significant. If we're headed into a grand solar minimum this year, we need this to be spotless for the next 60 days. Maybe we'll have some spots, let's say 10, I'm going to say 10 or 20 of those 60. So if we add 40 to 220, that only brings us to 260, which is not significant. It's not really a significant solar min yet. Now, that's only this year. And it's my prediction that this minimum may go for another entire year. In which case, it's like, hello! Strap on your skis, kids, because we're skiing in Arizona until June. The Syrian tablets contain the earliest written record of aurora sky glow. Just published a video on Magnetic Reversal News, which had the audio a little too high. It may be too high right now, but I have no fucks to give. Sorry, kids. It's not a kids show. So all you parents that complain that this is for children, I mean, this is basically a lower level graduate course on science. So if you think your children should be learning from me, that's how delusional you are. First of all. Second of all, you're delusional. Third, refer to 1 and 2. Now, the Assyrian tablets that they just uncovered were already in existence. This is how hidden the history is. And that after we found out that there was an event based on ice core data, they was like, hey, let's go look at the Assyrian tablets that we already have. Is that the most up shit you've ever heard? So that the scientists went back and actually looked at the tablets to find out information. They were like, hey, it's here. I can't believe we looked at these tablets and found out the information we were looking for. We're so lazy we didn't even look at it. It's mind-blowing. No, it isn't. Now, Velikovsky told us all about this in 1950. If you don't know about it, there'll be links below. Or watch the video on Magnetic Reversal News. The earliest candidates of auroral observations in Assyrian astrological reports happened the same time Immanuel Velikovsky predicted Mars to be in close proximity to the Earth, covering us with red dust and making everyone shit their pants, and basically what the Bible's written about. So if you think the Earth's going to end, it's not, and Jesus is never coming back, you idiots. Christ consciousness is within you. Go out and do some Shinrin Yoku and stop going to church, you fucking pricks, and putting that money in the rapist baskets. Go look at Native American cultures and what they've left for us, information on the rocks that the powers that be have lied to you about. These people were not hunter-gatherers and idiots. They were geniuses. They didn't need written language because they didn't need contracts to pay bills for mortgages, which are called death contracts that you all own, except the rest of you that are poor and only rent or you're homeless. Hello? It's almost like a broken record. The information that they're telling us about is on the rocks. And ice samples reveal a massive sunstorm hit Earth 2,700 years ago, 700 BC, and also in 775 AD, and also in 930 something AD. But they all fried everything, and Velikovsky was right, and his Venus can suck your Mars like a Peratt instability. If you don't know what Peratt instability is, then you can't hang with me, man. But it's coming. The Carrington event is like a fart in the wind to a Peratt instability in the sky. I know why. You know why? Because it's coming. Just like the 7 magnitude or greater that we're in a deficit of is coming. Probably to the Philippines, unfortunately. But also a 7 and 8 magnitude is coming to the Pacific Northwest and California in your lifetime if you're my age. It's coming. And we're not bumming. You know why? Because we're preparing. Preparewiththeranch.com. Preparewiththeranch.com. It's coming. And that's a boom.